It is proven that 1 in 10 young people will experience mental health issues in their younger years. In this documentary, I will look at mental health issues from both a professional and young person's perspective.
There's a massive varying degree, so you can have very kind of mild mental health problems, which might be kind of like mild anxiety, mild depression and things, and then that can go right up to the other end of the scale. You might have kind of psychosis, schizophrenia, that type of thing. So it's very varied, but yeah, it's quite a common part of the people who come to see us.
I had mental health issues in school when I was about 16. It all started when I started to not enjoy school with a subject I was taking for my GCSEs, and I dropped it. So I was having problems then, really. That's when it all sort of came around with the doctors.
According to the Mental Health Foundation, though estimates vary, research suggests that 20% of children have a mental health problem in any given year.
Self-harm can sometimes just be the only way that people can kind of change how they feel or allow some of the feelings out. Sometimes it can be a kind of cry for help for people to notice what's going on. It can have lots of different reasons for it. It can sometimes be a bit about control, that kind of self-harm is the only thing that you can control. And suicide, again, can be lots of different reasons. Most often it's a kind of sense of hopelessness, so there's nothing that I can do to change my situation, or I'm not happy with it, so the only thing I've got left is to kind of take my own life.
I think it was April the 1st, I can't really remember the date, but it was definitely like a Monday morning. And I remember getting up early looking for a loan because I had money problems. And I was sat at the computer, I was upset, and I remember writing a note to like mum and dad, but nobody's ever seen that note because I hid it under my bed. And then I started taking these tablets. I took like 77. I was just being sick. My body I knew I was doing something, like I knew when you start being sick. And then I ended up in A&E, and mum and dad kept ringing me, and I went to the toilet and answered it and told him like about what was going on. And they was sobbing down the phone. I'm like, we'll get on the motorway straight, we'll come to Leeds.
The UK has one of the highest rates of self-harm in Europe at 400 per 100,000 population.
Anxiety is probably one of the biggest kind of mental health problems that people suffer with. Again, that can vary from quite kind of mild forms of anxiety to quite severe. And that might not be the most kind of well-known mental health issue or anything, but I would say that's the most common that people are struggling with, even if they've got loads of other stuff going on. Anxiety is usually in there somewhere for people. That's a pretty big issue for a lot of people.
A huge number of children and young people in the UK are also affected by various forms of mental distress.
The most important thing is to kind of give them a space to be able to talk about it, and usually counselling is a different space than they're used to in their everyday life.
I see a doctor regularly for updates about my tablets, if they're working or not working, because I take antidepressants. And I go see a therapist in Bamber Bridge and a psychiatrist to check me for my bipolar, because I have like a mild case where it's my mood swings, that's what I'm more concerned about. I need mood controls.
If you are suffering from mental health issues or know anyone who is, please contact us on our social media, www.mentalhealthawareness.co.uk.